What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at Cardano and look at a bunch of the long-term time frame charts. We're going to take a look at the Cardano USD chart. We're also going to take a look at the Cardano Bitcoin chart, the Cardano Ethereum chart, and see what we could be doing next for Cardano and what is in store. All right. So if that sounds good to you guys, make sure you guys stay in tune for the entire video. Now let's jump right on into the daily chart here for Cardano. You can see right now, we are forming an ascending triangle pattern. What's interesting about this ascending triangle pattern is it's right above our 30-day moving average, right? And typically, every time we get a consolidation pattern for Cardano and we get another leg up to the upside, we tend to come back down to this 30-day moving average. Now, there's been a couple times we've gone down below it, but generally speaking, we tend to consolidate right above this 30-day moving average. You can see right down here, if we zoom in, guys, you can see this consolidation pattern right here. We consolidated right above the 30-day moving average, coming back down to it twice and then pumping back to the upside. Same thing with this consolidation pattern here, right? Came back down to it twice, bumped up to the upside, right? And this is where we had a continued price action below it. But then once we confirmed our support back above it, you guys can see we did the same thing once again, right? It's right here. We consolidated right above our 30-day moving average, came to it twice, and then pumped to the upside. And then we did the same thing again, consolidated, came down back to it twice, and then pumped to the upside. And what are we doing now, guys? What are we doing now? We're consolidating right above the 30-day moving average. We actually came back down to it twice, came a little bit below it, but generally speaking, we're still holding it as support. And I'm expecting for us to break out of this ascending triangle any day now, right? And that's just a little bit of short-term time frame fractal kind of stuff. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but usually an ascending triangle, you guys know, is a bullish pattern. And I do expect for us to bounce off the 30-day moving average, like we do every single time on this run up for Cardano. Now, let's switch on over to this daily chart for Cardano. And this is basically our 200-day moving average, right? Which is almost like, not quite, but almost the equivalent of the 20-week moving average for Cardano for us in the same manospect, right? So if we look right here, our 200-day moving average currently right now sits at about 59 cents. So that's my worst case scenario. If we were to get a big dip to the downside, that would be my worst case scenario dip, right? It's pretty similar, like I said, to our 20-week exponential moving average, which shows us basically where our bottom could be if we do get a major dump in crypto, right? In a crypto hemisphere in general, right? Not just Cardano, but for Bitcoin, Ethereum. If everything started to dip, that would be where our bull market support would be, right? At 59 cents. Now, what's interesting here is I have our MA extension down here, right? And you can see every time we get above this general trend line right here, above this blue, that's when we generally get a big move down to the downside, okay? Now, you can see right here, we've gotten a pretty big pullback since we got back above that. And this is basically our extension from the 20-week moving average, right? This green line is where our 20-week moving average is at our 1, right? And then when you're over this green line, that's when you're above the 20-week moving average. The 200-day moving average, which is virtually the same thing. When you're above the 200-day moving average, and when you're below this green line, that's when you're below the 200-day moving average. Okay. So, like I said, guys, when you typically get above it, that's when you do see a big dip down to the downside. Same thing here. When you get too far extended from it, too far extended from this trend line, that's when you get a big dip to the downside. We can see right again here. We got too far extended here. And eventually that did lead us to come back into our MA extension channel, okay? And we conversely got about a 40% dip down to the downside. So, and once again, that played out pretty perfectly. And our downside, this tends to be our best times to buy, is when we come back down to this relative channel, right? This seems like the best times to DCA, if you may, right? Right here at our bottom. Right here at our bottom of this MA extension channel, and during this consolidation at right where our MA channel is here. Those are our best 3 times to DCA based on bottom. So this is a very strong tool here. And as you can see right now, we are making our way down to the bottom of the channel again. Will this hold, or will we need to come back down and retest our 200-day moving average at our green line? Well, if we do come back down here, I think will be another good buying opportunity for Cardano in the middle of this bull market, right? We don't get too many opportunities to accumulate more of these coins in a exponentially bullish bull market like we've been in. So this might be a good time for us to buy some if we see Cardano let either one of two things, right? Either get a little bit of dip to the downside or go sideways here for a little bit, let this 200-day moving average catch up to us, and then hit it and then continue up. Either way, right? Either a big dip to the downside or sideways action while we let that 200-day moving average catch up to us would inherit this moving down as well, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to mean a dip, could mean some extended sideways action as well. So that's the 200-day moving average there. Let's take a look at the Cardano Bitcoin chart. And you can see right now, this chart, right? I'm going to show you guys this first. This chart looks exactly similar to the Cardano Ethereum chart. You guys can see that already broke down to the downside. So Cardano Ethereum chart was in the symmetrical triangle, has now come back down to the downside and it's got support, right, on its previous 3 resistances, right? And if it breaks down to the downside past this resistance, we could see basically on the Cardano Ethereum pair, so this is basically whether it would be better to be in a Cardano or Ethereum at the moment. You can see this could drop another, so Cardano could drop another 28% against Ethereum. So you could see Ethereum gain, in other words, 28% against Cardano in the short term if we break the support line on the Cardano Ethereum pair, okay? And conversely, if this is any indication what's about to happen next on the Bitcoin pair, if we go to our Bitcoin pair here, if the same thing was to happen, we would come back down to this level here. Now, just that would mean a Bitcoin would gain about 14% on Cardano, and then obviously we can look at our next supports if that were to happen. But if we were to break to the upside out of this symmetrical triangle on the Cardano Bitcoin pair, just based off basic support and resistance levels that I'm seeing here, you probably just come back up to your general wick here, which would be probably about if we take our percentage gain here, you could see Cardano gain about another 50% against Bitcoin if we do break that back to the upside, okay? So conversely, we have a couple things going on here, which could mean a big opportunity for Cardano versus Bitcoin, Cardano versus Ethereum, whatever you want to do with your high cap altcoins. Personally, I hold all of them, so what happens doesn't really matter to me, so this is my completely unbiased analysis, right? This is me showing this to you, or what could happen if Cardano breaks either way against the pairs, okay? So that's really the video on Cardano today. We're just waiting for the breakout of this ascending triangle to continue us higher, as it has in every single time as we come back down to that 30-day moving average. Okay, so hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys leave a subscribe right down below. Also leave a like for me. That helps me out a lot. If you want access to our Discord channel, link is right in the description as well. And go join the Patreon if you guys want additional videos coming out in the future, right? So go check out the Patreon, links in the description. Also, I'll be live streaming tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out.